I think all parents would agree that having a healthy, happy child is one of the world's greatest gifts. But when something happens, such as an illness or unexpected injury, it's also a gift to have a children's hospital where there are doctors and nurses who will care for your child as if he were one of their own.
St. Vincent's has been near and dear to my heart since I was a child. Growing up around the corner from St. Vincent's and being the baby girl of 10, needless to say, I made many a trips to the emergency room, and so did a lot of my brothers and sisters. And when I look back on that, what really stands out in my mind is the quality of the care that they provided. And not just the quality of the care, but the quality of the caring.
But you know, for a lot of families, it's truly life-threatening. I mean, it is a case to where if care isn't applied properly and instantly, this is a child that may not make it the next day or the next few weeks.
I looked over at my son who was playing on the floor with our dog, and I thought my dog was licking his face, but in fact he was biting him. And I screamed and grabbed Eric up off the floor, and his face was covered with blood, and I realized very quickly it was quite a bad situation. I knew that I needed to get my son to the emergency room, and I knew it was going to be St. Vincent's. Got there and ran in with Eric. The woman at the registration desk was wonderful, immediately sent me down to the treatment room. Eric had 30 stitches in his face, and one of the more serious wounds was right here on his forehead, kind of going from the tip of his eyebrow straight up. It showed me that within a few minutes drive I could get some very serious help for a serious problem very quickly.
Michael is 17 years old, and he had what we thought was a bronchitis. He was being treated by his family doctor, but he got steadily worse, even with antibiotics, and we brought him in, and he was diagnosed with ARDS, acute respiratory distress syndrome.
Probably one of the highest levels of care that we do in the pediatric intensive care unit is ECMO. ECMO is incredibly intense. A patient that needs ECMO, it needs it because their heart needs help or their lungs need help. And they are put on basically a pump.
He was on ECMO for 3.5 weeks. And during that time, the machine's doing all the work for his lungs. So during that time, very intense in here. 2 people stationed in here 24 hours a day, 2 nurses, one on ECMO and one on him, a doctor outside the door 24 hours a day.
Any child that needs ECMO is not going to live without it.
There's no doubt in my mind that if we had not come here, he might not be with us today. This was the only place we needed to be.
When Laura was first diagnosed with liver cancer, it was back in June of 2000. We came in, met the doctor, and he told us the news.
When I had to go in for chemo, there was always that, oh, I have to go in for chemo.
It's such an ordeal to go through for Laura and for the entire family that you need the support that the hospital has provided.
One day, we had a special guest, Peyton Manning, and I was in my room feeling terribly sick, and I was on all this medicine, but he got to come in and talk to me. I remember the feeling that I had gotten to talk to someone special. I remember vaguely him being so caring and cheering everybody up, and it was great.
Every day you're going to be frightened about something, but you're not going to be alone. You're not going to face those things alone. There's so many people here to help. Whatever the needs are, someone's there to try to help you through this.
As we sit here talking right now, there are doctors and nurses up there fighting for kids' lives, and kids fighting for their lives, little kids. And you say 2 prayers. The first one is that type of illness doesn't come upon your kids. And the second one is, if it does, thank goodness that St. Vincent's And those types of doctors and nurses are in our community to give them the best chance that they can.
And by December 2002, on this very spot, we will have a 4-story hospital that will be dedicated to the children of Indiana. We will have a 40 inpatient bed unit. We'll have a 16-bed intensive care unit. We will have an emergency department, and we'll have an oncology center and an outpatient unit, and our reach is to all of Indiana.
The St. Vincent Children's Hospital of Indiana is a $24 million facility. The St. Vincent Foundation will undertake a $6 million capital campaign to help the hospital offset the cost of this facility. The time frame for the campaign will be October 2001, with completion in mid-2003.
To have a children's hospital here on the north side of Indianapolis is going to offer this part of the state a great service.
The services that will be available in the new hospital don't differ greatly from the services we have now.
They've put together what I think is a beautiful plan. It has spirituality involved in it, it has light, it has fun.
It will allow me to make sure that children are always treated as children.
Well, it's a vision that understands that children are not just little adults, that children have special needs, special hopes, and that you treat whole people, that they are frightened, that they need spiritual and emotional help as well as physical help.
We will be able to focus as a group that this is a special place for the children to be. It will bring us closer together.
When you look at St. Vincent's Hospital, we truly look at it as a treasure for the community.
All people are born with certain gifts. For some, it's athletics. For others, it's a talent for taking care of sick children and their families. At St. Vincent Children's Hospital, the entire staff opens their heart to every child and every family. They understand that a smile or an encouraging word or maybe just a little extra kindness can mean so much. That is a special gift.
I may not be a doctor or a nurse, but I do know a lot about caring for children. I'm Tommy Sue Hilbert. Won't you join me and my husband Steve by supporting St. Vincent Children's Hospital of Indiana? Thank you.